Hello, beautiful friends. How are you? How has your week been? I am so happy to be here with you again today, and I just want to encourage you to pull up a chair, grab your favorite coffee or tea. Don't worry, I don't judge you tea drinkers, even though I'm very much a coffee drinker. And let's have a little chat. Okay, so yesterday I saw this amazing reel that was about appropriate responses to traumatic experiences and like responses that you shouldn't stop. The first one it was a somatic therapist on Instagram was shaking. So like if your body starts shaking to release the energy, like let your body shake. The other was crying. If you start crying during something that is difficult or traumatic, to not stop that, but to let that flow out of your body because it's so important to release that energy. And the third one was screaming. Like if something really terrible is happening, to not stop the scream. Why? Because otherwise these energies get trapped inside your body. And in her reel, she literally said that it can end up as sickness and inflammation for years to come if you don't let it out when it needs to come out. So it was kind of cool for me to see that because just that day I had told someone else about appropriate responses to specific difficult situations. Because see, as you heal, you might start to think that you are actually going a little bit crazy. Why? Because for most of us, if we have been living with any level of trauma inside of our bodies for most of our lives, we have spent a lot of time numbing our feelings, potentially even dissociating and pushing away big emotions or big reactions because that's what we needed to do to survive, right? Can you relate to that? I know for me, that has definitely been true. A lot of my life was spent pushing down my emotions or even saying like the feelings I'm feeling are not valid. The feelings I am feeling are not okay. I need to like stay calm and show up how so-and-so wants me to show up so that I don't get in trouble or this doesn't become unsafe or whatever. So as you heal, you have probably noticed this if you have done any healing work at all, you start to feel your feelings again and you start to express them. And it can make you feel like you're backtracking. Actually, come to think of it, I think I saw another video about this yesterday with another therapist saying kind of the same thing of like, as you heal, you might feel like you're going backwards because you're expressing emotion, you're feeling big feelings, but actually that is forward movement. It's forward movement, my friends. If you are feeling the things that are happening around you, if you are grieving something difficult that is happening now or has happened in the past, if you get angry about things that are unjust, if you cry when you get hurt, this doesn't mean that you've become too sensitive. No, 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 no. This means that you have become more of a healthy, whole, real human being. Isn't that cool? So I want to encourage you, if something unjust happens to you or around you, the appropriate response is to get angry about that. That is the response that your body is telling you to have because it's unjust. It's something that is angering. You need to release that emotion from your body. Obviously, you can only do that in safe spaces, right? But when you're in a safe space with a therapist or around safe people, express that anger. Don't hold it in. If someone is gaslighting you or lying to you or manipulating you, the appropriate response to that is to put up boundaries and to be upset. Having someone lie to or about you is upsetting. So put up the boundaries and be upset in a space where it's safe to be upset. Don't hold it in. I know this is similar to what I said last week with the good girl syndrome, but it just seems to be this recurring theme that I'm seeing over and over again among people and survivors and clients and myself, is just this permission to be upset. If something or someone breaks your heart or breaks your trust, the appropriate response to that is grief. So grieve, babe. Cry, sob, do whatever you need to do because your heart is breaking. It's okay to grieve, to cry. In fact, it is one of the most healing things that you can do. So for any of you who are shaming yourselves or have had someone else shaming you because you're having feelings, just remember that it's actually a sign that you are having forward movement. It is a sign that you are healing. And for all my entrepreneur friends out there, as you listen to this is going to be so fun and cool for you as you tap into this ability to really feel your feelings, because you're going to be able to start to trust your gut more. Trusting your gut is so important as you grow and heal. Understanding that your intuition works. It's there for a reason. And you'll be able to start to apply this to what you do professionally as well. You'll be able to think more clearly because of your attachment to your feelings and your intuition of like, what is the next step? How will this work for me? Is this a good method that will work for me and my business and the way that I function? Is this the right way to go or not? Does this fit with my personality or not? Is this really what I'm passionate about or not? I am telling you, and I will say it again and again, that your healing and your success in whatever endeavor you are going after are so intertwined. I truly believe that you will hit a ceiling, a certain level of success or accomplishment or dream chasing. You'll hit a ceiling where your healing has ended. So the more you heal, the higher that ceiling gets. The more you heal, the more space you can move into. And of course, every time you up level, you'll find more sticky points. You'll find more spaces to heal. But isn't that exciting? Isn't that potential for a growth exciting? I certainly think that it is. And the last thing that I want to say is that a lot of us are really, really wanting to be in specific spaces that we've dreamt about. Like maybe you want to be a speaker, or maybe you want to be on someone's podcast specifically, or maybe you want to be part of a certain organization or group or the leadership team at your job. And it seems like that opportunity keeps passing you by, and you're so frustrated because you see other people around you achieving those goals, becoming the speaker, getting the book published, being on that podcast, whatever it is for you. You see other people around you getting there, and you're like, I know I belong there. I know that I have something to offer if they could only just see what I have to offer. And this struck me so hard the other day of like, you're right. You do have a lot to offer. You do belong there. It's not that you don't belong there. It's that if you end up in that space right now, you might think that this version of you is good enough for that space for the long term. And what I mean by that is you might miss out on your opportunity for more healing and more growth if you get into a space that you long to be in before you've hit a certain level of healing. You want to be able to show up in those spaces so fully authentically you, without feeling like you're getting influenced by someone else's capability or someone else's opinion. Like you're so fully embodied in you in that space that you can show up more free with more value to offer and as the epitome of who you are instead of something less than that. So if you haven't reached a space you want to be in yet, I challenge you to count it as a gift, count it as something to be grateful for, and look around for the next level of healing that is being offered to you and embrace it. Go for it and feel better about not being in that space that you want to be in yet. Knowing that it belongs to you, knowing that it's yours. It's just not yours yet, and it's for a really good reason. I'm a faith girl, so I fully believe that God protects us from getting into spaces where we want to be too soon. Because if we get there too soon, we might burn out, or we might not ever find the truest, most authentic versions of ourselves. I hope this has all been encouraging for you. I know sometimes I just fly by the seat of my pants and talk about what I'm passionate about, but I think that will resonate with you guys. Upcoming in the next few weeks, I have some really sweet guests. In the meantime, you'll be hearing from me again with these little coffee with Gabi blurbs. I hope you enjoy them. And as we head into October and November, you're going to hear some incredible voices over in this space. So push that subscribe button. Go ahead and rate and review the podcast. Tell your friends. In, I believe it is 3 weeks, I have a very, very exciting guest that is going to be on the show. And I would love to hear your guesses about who this guest is. So watch my Instagram because I'm going to be playing some fun games in my stories over there about Guess the Guest. It should be a lot of fun. If you don't follow me on Instagram yet, my handle is Gabi Ruth, Gabiruth. Also, I am almost out of slots for one-on-one coaching clients for my Pain to Passion coaching program. So if this is something that would interest you, if you want to heal from your past and be able to move towards your goals and dreams without hitting those walls that you keep hitting, I hope you'll set up a free connection call. You can see the link in the show notes here. Set up a free connection call with me and let's see if this coaching program would be a good fit for you. I would love to chat with you. It would be such an honor to hear where you're at and your story and connect with you. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for being here. Sip the rest of that tea or coffee in peace. Give yourself a little breather and head back into your day. You dreamers and doers, you are so beautiful. Talk to you next time.